Hi, I'm Rachel Holmes, student at Aspen University, and I'm in the Organizational Psychology EDD program. Today I will be talking about leadership and the different types of social power and the alpha dog. So leadership is complex and it involves 5 distinct types of social power. And the ultimate leader that embodies the best of all of these is considered the alpha dog. While all leaders hold legitimate power, coercive power, and reward power, those that stand out above the rest also hold expert power and strong content knowledge, and referent power to influence others through their charisma and their ability to build relationships. These influential leaders, the alpha dogs, affect positive change and bring about economic results for the organization. And these leaders are the ones that others should strive to learn from. So in discussing the 5 different types of social power, I will start with legitimate power. This is the first described power in the textbook, and this power comes from being appointed to a specific position of authority in an organization. This could be a CFO, a CEO, a COO, or several different leadership positions, and that position likely oversees specific employees or specific departments as determined by the chain of command and the job descriptions. Coercive power is the social power to exert one's authority through the ability to threaten or to punish or to sanction employees that do not meet performance expectations. This type of authority can be demonstrated when employees work late to meet their deadlines, or maybe they work on the weekends to make sure that they finish a project. And they do this because they might fear getting written up or perhaps getting fired. Reward power is the third type of social power. It's described as the ability to give or take away incentives such as higher pay, bonuses, promotions, or other desired rewards. When a leader has the power or authority to allocate incentives like this, employees are much more likely to work hard to meet or exceed the expectations. However, this is a case if the leader allocates incentives fairly based on work performance. So in the article called 5 Sources of Power in Organizations, the author states that this power can have negative effects if the incentives are given out based on favoritism. That would demoralize employees and it would result in non-favorable work output. And that article was written by Merchant 2017. Reward power can be seen in large organizations and even in small businesses, like maybe a fast food restaurant, where managers can offer cash incentives to their employees, maybe offer them a free meal, or any other incentive that employees are likely to enjoy or to see as valuable for their hard work. The first 3 social powers are inherent to all leadership positions according to the textbook by Casulo, whereas the final 2 are much more rare, and they make the leader stand out above the rest. Those are expert power and referent power. Expert power is the power to influence others through strong content knowledge, information, and expertise. While many leaders have strong managerial skills, not all leaders have strong content knowledge. They may know how to work with budgets, schedules, they might be strong in conducting meetings or other administrative duties, but does this make them truly an expert in their field? Those that are truly knowledgeable are considered experts in their field, and they're seen as more credible by their employers, by their employees, by peers, and they're more likely to be effective in their leadership role. Expert power is the type of authority that leaders such as Bill Gates, the computer software expert that developed Microsoft, he has that expertise and that strong content knowledge. Therefore, he has that expert power, which has likely led him to be in the powerful position that he is, where most of the computers around the world are using Microsoft. The final social power is referent power, which is described as the power to influence others through their charisma, and their ability to develop interpersonal relationships with others in the workplace. The social power is also influential because of the perceived relationships that that leader has with other stakeholders, other leaders, other people in power. Referent power is the type of authority that a U.S. president should have as a leader. We are a world power. And not only do the American people follow the President of the United States and his actions, but people around the world do as well. So hopefully the President of our nation should have that referent power. And I say should because that's not always the case. The alpha dog concept, what is that? Well, leaders that are considered most effective are deemed the alpha dog due to their many positive leadership characteristics. The alpha dog is a leader with authority. They are deemed credible. They're clear about their personal truths, and they act courageously to support their personal truths according to the text. They create positive energy, and their leadership results in strong economic results. Additionally, alpha dog leaders are known for their exceptional communication skills, as well as their ability to lead in a way that directly aligns with the organizational truths and mission. While many leaders do have authority, not all leaders can be considered true alpha dogs, particularly those that lack credibility, make rash decisions, or throw their power around for their own good, or perhaps they lack the ability to self-reflect. Their influence must be used for the good of the organization and should provide employees with clear direction and a shared vision in order for them to be considered an alpha dog. So the next section of this assignment says to analyze the dominant type of social power in the work setting. After researching all 5 types of social power, each has benefits if used appropriately to motivate employees. Ultimately, leaders are responsible for the productivity of the company and for overseeing the employees. Legitimate power is helpful in holding employees accountable to fulfill their responsibilities as outlined in their job descriptions. Because these employees, of course, must report to a boss or a supervisor for their attendance, for their job performance, for their productivity. The coercive powers are useful when the need arises to implement punitive consequences for employees that require redirection in order to get them to follow instructions and to do what they're supposed to do. Reward power is effective to an extent because extrinsic rewards, such as bonuses and additional pay, are highly sought after in the workplace. But there has to be more incentive to get people to work hard, particularly longevity-wise. If you want someone to work hard for years and years, there's got to be some type of an intrinsic reward as well. So this leads us to the most dominant types of social power: expert power and referent power. A combination of the two provides employees with the leader that is knowledgeable and is a valuable source of information for employees. It's someone that they can go to for leadership, for guidance, and for solid answers to their questions. A leader that knows the product well can guide employee groups in making the right decision in producing the best product. If that same leader is trusted and has strong interpersonal skills with interpersonal relationships with the employees, this is much more valuable to employees than any reward could be. The text states that productivity is accomplished when employees feel valued by their leader. So the ultimate power is the ability to inspire employees through referent power, building those relationships, valuing employees, making them feel important. Thank you. All of the information from my research has come from the text by Casulo, an article called 10 Most Famous Businessmen of All Time by Caho, Leading the Way, the 7 Skills to Engage, Inspire, and Motivate, the text by Leanne Maynard, and finally the article by Merchant called 5 Sources of Power in Organizations. Thank you so much and happy Thanksgiving.